Good morning, students. Today I'll teach you the poem Wind, and the poet of this poem is Subramanya Bharti. This poem is from your book Bee Hive. Wind is a natural phenomenon, and in this poem, the poet has talked about the power of wind, and it is a symbolic poem. What do I mean by it when I call it a symbolic poem? That wind in this poem symbolizes the difficult situation or the adversities of our life. The poet, through this poem, has given us a message that the weak people submit during difficult situation. That is, they fail. But the people who are strong, they come out stronger. So if you are strong enough to face the challenges of your life, you will emerge stronger. And if you are a weak person, you will fail when you come across a difficult situation. So what the poet wants us to understand, or what does he want us to do? He wants us to be strong enough. That is, mentally and physically strong to face all the tough situation of our life. So I hope you all are clear with the gist of the poem. So now we'll start with the actual poem. Wind comes softly. So the poet here is pleading the wind to be soft, to be gentle, to be subtle. Because when it blows strongly, it causes a lot of destruction. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. So what is the poet saying? That please blow softly. Don't blow strongly. And please do not break the shutters of the windows. So these things happen when it blows strongly. As I have already told you that strong wind causes huge destruction. So when it blows strongly, it breaks the shutters of the window, it scatters the papers, all the books from the shelf, they come down on the floor because of the force of wind. So the poet is pleading that please don't do all such things. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. So because the force of the wind, everything is down on the floor. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. So what does the poet imply here? He implies that because of the strong wind, the pages of the books are torn. And because of the strong wind, now there is rainfall. You are very clever. Who is clever? The wind. The wind is very clever at poking fun at weaklings. To poke fun is to make fun of. And weakling means weak ones, the people who are weak, the things that are weak. So I have already told you that the poet has said that weak people submit in difficult situation. So here wind has been compared to difficult situation. So what is it saying? That you make fun of people who are weak, because the strong people are not afraid of strong wind. They are ready to face the challenges in their life. Frail. So frail means weak. F-R-A-I-L. Frail means weak. Crumbling houses. To crumble is to collapse. Crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters. Rafters means the sloping beams that support the roof. Crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. So everything or every person, every living thing or non-living thing that is weak will submit before strong wind. But everything that is strong or every person that is strong will not submit and will emerge stronger. So the poet is saying that the strong wind leads to destruction. That is, the houses collapse, the doors collapse, wood, furniture, they collapse, rafters collapse, bodies, lives, hearts, everything that is weak will collapse, will crumble. वो सब हार जाएंगे, वो सब फेल हो जाएंगे. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. Now he is referring wind as God. And winnows, winnowing is an art of separating grain from husk. If you see on the other side of the page, there is a picture where two women are practicing the same. They are separating grain from husk. So what does the poet mean? The poet means that the wind also does the same. It separates the weak ones from the strong ones. And the weak ones are down on the floor. They collapse. And the strong ones are standing there, strong enough to face the fury of wind. वो विंड के गुस्से को बर्दाश्त करने की ताकत रखते हैं क्योंकि वो बहुत strong हैं. He won't do what you tell him. The wind is not going to listen to anyone's command. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly, practice to form the body, make the heart steadfast. So, what is he saying? That what do we need to do? We need to be strong. And when we are strong, we will become mentally and physically strong enough to face the difficult situation of our life, to face the adversities of our life. Then we will not be scared of strong wind. So let's join the doors firmly. Let's shut our doors tightly so that the strong wind cannot come in. Practice to form the body. That is, make your body physically as well as mentally strong. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. So the poet wants us to make friends with the wind. That is, accept the challenges, accept the problems. You know, problems are a part of our life. They are inevitable. Inevitable means something which has to happen. आप उसको avoid नहीं कर सकते. That is called as inevitable. So life is not always a bed of roses. So problems are inevitable. So we need to be prepared. So what we should do? Now we need to build strong homes, close the doors of our house firmly so that the wind cannot get in. And what is he saying? He is saying that make yourself strong and the wind will be friends with us. When you are strong enough and you are not scared of wind, what will happen? You will befriend wind. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. Here the poet means to say that the wind can only blow out weak fires. During Diwali, we all light earthen lamps. दिया चलाते हैं हम लोग. उसकी जो फ्लेम होती है वो बहुत कम होती है. तो अगर उस टाइम स्ट्रॉन्ग विंड ब्लो करे तो वो जो फ्लेम है दिए की वो बुझ जाती है, राइट? और ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी देयर इज अ वेरी फेमस प्रोवर्ब, मुहावरा जो आपने हिंदी में भी सुना होगा, जंगल की आग. व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय दैट? जंगल की आग. जंगल की आग बहुत ज़्यादा फैलती है. तो मतलब अगर वो लौ छोटी हो, वो फ्लेम छोटी हो, तो विंड उसे बुझा सकता है. क्यों? क्योंकि वो वीक है. लेकिन वही आग, वही फ्लेम जब जंगल में लगती है तो जितना स्ट्रॉन्ग विंड ब्लो करेगा वो आग उतनी ज़्यादा स्प्रेड होती है. इट मीन्स व्हाट? इफ़ यू आर वीक, द विंड इज केपेबल इनफ टू मेक यू क्रम्बल. बट इफ यू आर स्ट्रॉन्ग, the wind also fails in front of you. You will emerge stronger when you come across a difficult situation in your life. Everything that is weak gets crushed and strong things flourish and grow. So don't feel bad that why are we? Why has God chosen me? Why are we facing so many challenges? In fact, make yourself strong enough. And then when you become friends with wind, later on in your life, you'll be very happy that you faced these challenges, and because of these challenges, you have emerged stronger and better. His friendship is good. So when you befriend him, you will be at a better position to face the difficult situation in your life. We praise him every day, and then you will praise that you were able to face the difficult situation, and therefore today you are a stronger and a better person. That is the end of the poem. Now we'll talk about the literary devices in the poem. The first thing, there is no rhyming scheme in the poem. The second, third and the fourth line, the first word that has been used repeatedly is don't. When these type of words are used repeatedly in the consecutive lines, that is called as anaphora. Then you tore, you brought, you are very clever. Again you see the word you has been repeated consecutively. So this is called as anaphora. Here when the poet says you tore the pages, you brought rain again, it is personifying wind. So this is called as personification. Crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, the same word is repeated. This is called as repetition. Wind winnows, the sound of wind winnows. When the sound is repeated, it is called as alliteration. So what is the message that we get through this poem? Don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Don't ask God to give you an easy life. Life which is devoid of adventure, life which is devoid of challenges is a meaningless life. So don't pray for that. In fact, pray God to make you strong enough so that you are able to endure. Endure means bear, tolerate, so that you are able to bear a difficult one. That is a difficult life. Thank you, students. We'll meet you again in the next lecture.